Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Just great.
I do so love that we have this time because I know we text a lot, but there is something about just like voice to voice that really gets me.
Marley saw you texting me this morning because my phone was just out on the counter. He's like, "So do you and Caitlin just text all day, every day?" I was like, "Pretty much."
Yeah, and have like 3 hours of recorded time to talk to each other. And I randomly will text you and be like, "Can I call you right now?"
And we also chat in our DMs.
Oh,
It's
yeah, I forgot about that too.
borderline unhealthy.
And also, before we even start podcasting or we end podcasting, there's like a 20 minutes on either side,
I
other
know.
catch up.
I know. Sometime we should record that for the YouTube crew.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
It's mostly business talk.
Yeah, but that could be interesting to people.
Well, yeah.
It's barely interesting to me.
That's literally exactly what I was going to say, but I didn't want to offend you.
No, yours is interesting to me. Mine is not interesting to me.
No, exactly the same. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And what I was telling Rachel was that I accidentally got an email I shouldn't have gotten yesterday that I fully read and
Of
took
course.
screenshots of and then
And
sent
sent
to
to
Rachel.
me.
But also the other day, I got an email from an ex-boyfriend that had
What?
sent me, it was like a contract, and I was like, this isn't right. And then, of course, I was like, I have to read every single line of what this is. And then immediately got an email that was like, that's a virus, like a mass sent email of like, that's a virus, that's a scam, don't open it. And I
Oopsie.
was like, wow, thank God, because I'm such a nosy bitch. I was like, I'm about to read line by line
Oh, of
whatever
course.
this dumb work contract was.
Was it an ex that you're on like friendly terms with or something?
No, this
So,
was the ex that was like horrible in college that I was then still obsessed with for like years after.
oh God. So did
But I'm like,
seeing his name show up in your inbox like give you a heart attack?
it did, and I thank God the subject was like very clearly like a work contract, like construction or something. Like I don't even know what he does, but I was like,
Oh my
well,
God.
part of me was a little like excited too of like, what's happening?
Of course. Like, where's this going to go?
Yeah. But it was I was very upset. And I was like, oh, I was hoping I was going to get something juicy.
I know.
I don't care if I don't know the players, I don't know the games. I still love the juice.
Well, we're going to get to that later because we have some very juicy stories that people sent in about Thanksgiving, but we have stuff to discuss first. That is so funny though, because I have never gotten an email like that, but Marley has.
Mm. From X?
Uh huh. One ex in particular has sent multiple emails over the years.
That X?
Oh, that ex. That one.
No!
Oh, yeah.
No!
That's why I am not a fan.
What were
His
the
other
emails?
exes, like, I'm fine with his other exes are totally fine. We invited one of his ex-girlfriends to our wedding, okay?
Oh my God, that's so beautiful.
I'm a very evolved woman.
You really are.
I'm a girl's girl.
You are.
But this one particular girl, there has been no communication in the last couple of years, but like definitely we had kids when she sent two of them.
Stop!
Oh yeah.
What did they say?
They said he's going to kill me for talking about this.
Why? He shouldn't be listening. That's his fault.
No, exactly.
For
That's his own fault. That's his problem.
Yeah.
So one of them was asking for tickets. Like his dad has season tickets to a team here, and she was asking for tickets, I guess, for her brother, maybe.
Stop.
Yeah, I was like, you guys are rich. You don't need our tickets.
Also, like that is wildly inappropriate.
So inappropriate. The next one, you're gonna die. Have I told you this story before?
Wait, is it about clothes?
Yes.
Okay, yes. But you have to tell the larger audience.
She sent just like a random email. This was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
That's very recent in terms of things.
Well, yeah, like he was a married father by that time.
Right.
They had been broken up for well over 15
like
years.
Like a decade. Yeah.
Like, okay. Yeah, so she sent an email that was basically like, hey, was just, at my house because they both grew up here.
Right.
So her parents still live here, I guess. And, I was just like going through my old stuff and I found a pair of your old sweatpants. Just made me think of you. Hope you're well.
Oh
Caitlin,
my God.
It sent me to the fucking moon.
Well, you know that Marley must have gotten it and then been so freaked out that he had to tell you and be like, I'm not involved in this.
He showed me immediately. He opened it in front of me. He was like, what the fuck? I went into orbit.
Oh my God. I'm surprised you didn't have Marley respond and be like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like,
I wanted him to.
And then you show up.
I wanted him to respond. I forget how I wanted him to respond, but I was like, we cannot ignore this. This is such egregious behavior. And he was like, no, we just got to let it go. I just want to ignore her. Like, I don't give a shit about any of.
Oh my God. Marley's so much better than us.
I know. He's so not petty. He's
It's
so
so
not petty.
upsetting.
It's really, I know. Yeah.
Because you needed to show up.
Right. And
then light them on fire in front of her.
It's so crazy. There's so many other things too. It's just like wild.
Wow.
Wild.
What would you do if you saw a random email from your ex?
Cry. You know what it is? It's like me and my ex, he was my high school boyfriend, college boyfriend.
Right.
Like we were together for so long. We were like family. So even though we broke up on bad terms and like I would never want to be back with him, I still like wish him well and want him to be happy. Like if he sent me an email that was like, hey, just wanted to check in and see how your life is going. Like I'm married, I have a kid. I would be so happy.
Right. Well, because that's what like Facebook was for originally, where it was like you were reconnecting with old people and you could send a random DM or Facebook message.
Exactly. Except he flew into such a fit of rage that I moved on so quickly that he blocked me, my entire family, all of our friends. So I have, there's like no way for me to know, which I understand, but.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's fair.
I mean,
I'm sure he can't
know that you exist.
Well, he must see my face pop up in his algorithm once in a while, I would think. Unless he like truly is not, it doesn't have kids and stuff like that. Maybe not.
See, that is a number one fear of mine of me just haunting people and their algorithms. And I've gotten messages
that's a good thing.
Well, because it's not for like what I do on Instagram is not for people I know in my real life.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Oh, totally. When people say, we just had this happen at one of my kids' soccer games last week where some of the parents that we're friendly with came up and they were like, hey, we didn't know you were famous. We were like searching for sleep stuff on Instagram and found you. And we were like, wait. And I wanted to fucking die.
Yeah.
Die.
No. This is not for public. Like, this is private.
Please block me immediately and never speak of this again. Never.
No, I feel the exact same way. And I got an email from somebody I used to work with that was like, hey, like, I don't know if you remember me, but you're all over my Instagram and Facebook now.
No.
And I just was like, sorry.
To say that you're all over it is.
I know. But then I think about like friends who I'm no longer friends with. And I did preemptively block a lot of them because I was
smart.
like, this is a safe space and I don't want to think about you accidentally seeing this.
That's very
smart.
But
then another ex-boyfriend of mine, the one who's a billionaire dad, he just had a baby. And I was like, oh God, I'm popping up somewhere and he's probably like, this is not what I want. Get this bitch off my screen.
You know what, though? You know what's great about Meta and just how like wonderful and inclusive they are is that men never get baby content despite the fact that they become dads. So you probably don't have to worry. His wife might be getting you, but would she know who you are?
I doubt it, but what's so funny is like this is going to sound so mean. I don't care about those people. Right. So like I've looked at her stories before. I don't follow her, but I'm like I don't even care if she sees that I'm looking at her stories because I just find it all very interesting. Like it's not to me.
What must that be like? I cannot imagine.
Talk about evolved.
I cannot imagine not caring about somebody seeing me do that.
I'm like, she's probably like, can this girl stop looking at me? But I'm just like, well, I'm curious what's going on. Like, she's got probably no followers, and she's just seeing my tiny little face in the corner of like, why is she watching this? But I'm just checking in. And again, I'm like, she's probably saying to her husband, like, it is so weird that your ex-girlfriend watches my stories. And I'm just over here like,
by the way, would be correct.
Hey. Sure, I guess. If you
I'm so sorry, I'm on her side on this one.
If you don't want randos to see it, make your profile private.
That's actually a very valid point. That's a valid point. Yeah.
If you don't want me looking, block me.
No shame. I love it.
No shame.
I love it. Okay, so I know you had a couple things to discuss.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. my first thing that I want to discuss is I did think of something that my husband catfished me with.
Oh, tell us.
So, again, I don't want to say that there's a certain look for this kind of fan base, but I think you might picture a certain person when I say it to you, and then
Okay.
it won't fit my husband. But when I started dating him, I learned that he is a huge WWE wrestling fan.
Oh,
I know. That was my response too.
you're right. That does not fit him at all.
Right? And he
No.
loves, and actually now my son is obsessed with it. And my daughter, I said, what do you want to be for Halloween next year? And she said, John Cena. It's like, oh dear Lord.
That would actually be so iconic.
I know, it would be so cute. Her just in like jorts and no shirt on. But I will say, it's so funny because you know how like people joke about how men watch Bravo, but they're just like in the kitchen and they're pretending they're not watching.
Right.
And I've talked before about, other celebrities I wouldn't mind being the father of my children. That's all fine and dandy. Don't worry about. Oh, that might not have come out yet. But I invite all of you to just take a gander at someone named Roman Reigns.
Hold on. I'm going to Google right now. Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns. Now, I don't know that he's your type, Rachel,
Well,
but I can only describe the way he comes on screen. It's
he's
something
very
special.
okay. Yeah. He's not for me,
No.
but he is very much your he's a Jason Momoa.
I can't explain why my type is muscular Samoan men.
With very long, lush, curly, dark hair.
Yes, that they wear in a bun. The bun is really important. I don't want the hair down. It needs to be back in a bun. And he's very oiled. He's very oiled up. But that's
he's
I'm
really
assuming a wrestling thing.
Really shiny.
But it's really more about
tattoos.
It's his entrance when he walks in to the point where when my son is watching, he'll be like, Mama, your favorite's on. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Like that my 4-year-old child knows I need to come watch this like thirst trap so that I can go about my business.
I'm dead.
It's so upsetting.
Oh my gosh. Okay. And he has tattoos. Does your husband have any tattoos? Because that seems to be an important thing for you. Oh no. Okay.
No.
Right.
Everything. This is going to sound. Everything I'm like attracted to is not my husband, but I love my husband. I'm obviously attracted to my husband. But you know what I mean? It's like our hall passes are never close to what we end up with.
No, it's so true. I always thought I would end up with somebody with like super dark hair, dark skin. That was like what I was more into.
Yeah. And you have a golden retriever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a little
very funny
toe-headed boy.
Love is blind, as they say.
Love is blind unless love is looking at an oiled Samoan man, and then love is very much eyes open, locked in.
I'm gonna need to watch a YouTube of his entrance later so I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a good one for you.
I'll have some private time.
Yes, please do. But that was something that my husband catfished before because I was like, this is so embarrassing. But I will say now he's like explained it to me, and it's theater because it's all fake, and there's all of these like storylines of like who's a good guy, who's a bad guy.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, and it goes back so long that like people are like their dads were wrestlers. I mean, it's like this whole thing. So I will say I appreciate the backdrop and the history and the stories.
You enjoy the culture of it all.
I enjoy the culture of it all.
I will say, as a kid, this might surprise you. As a kid, I used to watch wrestling and boxing and all of that kind of stuff with my grandpa. He lived with us for my entire childhood. Leo the Lion. He was very into that kind of thing. He used to actually enter arm wrestling competitions at bars, and we would go watch.
I love that.
And he would train my sisters and I as very young children. I mean, this is probably, we were in my old house, so I was younger than 7, and he would give me $1 for weightlifting with him.
So, oh my God. So you married your grandpa.
Oh my God. That's, wow. It's all coming together for me now.
Yeah.
Something no therapist has ever picked up on.
Well, there we go.
But yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Wow.
so funny.
Okay, I have to ask you this because someone
Yes.
asked us to discuss it on the pod. Speaking of like being naked and oiled and muscly, I guess
Oh,
this is like my attempt at a segue. So
I can't wait.
someone asked, "Are you a naked mom?"
Oh, okay.
They sent me this video where people were talking about like, "Are you a naked mom? Did you grow up with a naked mom? How do
Uh-huh.
you know when it's appropriate or not to be like nude around your kids?"
Your
And I thought this was
kids.
a very interesting thing for us to discuss.
That is very interesting. And I will say I did not grow up with a naked mom, but I grew up with a mom who was naked at the appropriate times for an appropriate amount of time. So, like, if
Right,
I walked in her bathroom and she was getting out of the shower,
right. She
that
was naked.
she was naked because she wasn't showering in a bathing suit. She also probably was like, "Get the fuck out of the bathroom! I'm just
Right.
getting out of the shower."
Right.
So that is similar, though. I've never been a naked walk around person. I had like one of my best friends from high school, my college roommate. She's very much a naked person,
Uh-huh.
always walking around. And actually, I found that to be very helpful as someone who had my own issues with my body. It was
Mhm.
nice to see someone be like
Just be
that, and
so
I
free.
just
Yeah.
be so free. And I think that's actually, I think being a naked person is really fantastic. And I think that's great. That's just not who I am.
Right.
But I do let my children see me, like, if I'm getting dressed and they come in, I'm not like, "Oh, mommy needs privacy." I
Right.
mean, they're still so young. And
Right.
I also do think it is very important for them to see normal bodies.
Absolutely agree. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, my kids are a little older than yours, and I still, I guess
Right. So
with,
this is interesting because your son is like 8.
yeah. So I would say maybe in the last couple of years, I'm like less comfortable being naked around him.
Right.
But like when we're all getting ready for bed and I'm changing into my pajamas and he's,
Right.
up here, I don't make a big thing about like
Right.
closing the door or anything.
Right.
Um,
Because you also, I feel like, can let him be like, "I don't want to see that." Not in a rude
Totally.
way.
No, totally. And actually, I saw the video that this person had sent me because she wanted us to discuss it. And there was one comment that was from an account that's like I think they're like a sex education for kids account or something like that. And they said something that I liked, which was, we always say, like, respect the most modest member of the household. So, like, if your husband was like a naked dad and your
Yeah.
daughter was like, "Dad, I don't want to see that,"
Yes. Yeah.
then like
Yeah.
he should cover up. But if
Right.
nobody cares,
Right.
and nobody's super modest or bothered by it, then
Right.
it's probably fine.
Yeah. I think I am. It's so interesting because when you said that about the dad, if my husband was like walking around naked, I would be like,
Cover up.
"Cover up, you freak."
No, I'm the same way. Because
No one wants to see that.
Marley grew up with a naked dad,
Oh, wow.
and his dad still
Is a naked dad.
loves that. Like,
Wow.
I can tell you stories about when we first met. Okay,
Stop. Stop.
but so Marley is like, it's. I mean, again, he's not one of those I walk around the house nude types.
Right. Right.
It's mostly, the bedroom or the bathroom or something
It's
like that.
appropriate times.
Exactly. It's appropriate times and settings. He's not one of those people that walks around and is like naked in the kitchen making breakfast. So I guess
Right.
that's different because I know that there are people are like that and like no shade, no. Whatever.
Totally. Totally.
But like if our girls walk in, I'm kind of like, can you like cover up? Like hurry
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Just because if I remember being a little girl and I saw my dad changing once and I was like,
Yes.
oh, I never want to see that again.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Sorry, Dad.
No, I had a similar experience, and I'm still haunted by that to this day. And that was maybe 30 years ago. But it is something where I think it's important to, again, if you are a naked person, that's amazing. I think it's very important to be clued into, though, your children's reactions to it.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
if they're like, "This is great, I'm naked too," keep going with it. But if you see even a smidge of like, "I'm a little bit uncomfortable," then
Yeah.
I think you need to be. And then on the other side, it's like you don't want to be a Tobias from Arrested Development, a never nude. Did you ever watch that show?
No.
Oh, where he constantly wore a pair of jean shorts.
Oh, God.
It's the whole thing. My Arrested Development girls know what I'm talking about. But there is a fine line because I do think, again, like I said, it's important for them to see normal bodies. It's
Right.
important for them to not be ashamed of their own bodies.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like yesterday, I was changing and my son came in and just wouldn't stop slapping my butt. And I
Oh,
was
God.
like,
Yeah. Same.
"This is enough."
Yeah. Or saying, why does your belly look like that? We talked about this last week.
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh, they keep us humble. Okay. So I think, yeah, it sounds like we're on the same page about that.
Yes. But now, this is another segue. Speaking of hot, naked people,
Okay.
and hopefully they wouldn't be naked in these scenarios, but what do you feel about hiring a hot, nanny.
Okay, well, I'm watching All Her Fault right now, so I have
Oh, okay.
a real vendetta against nannies in general at the
Oh,
moment.
okay,
I
okay.
don't no
Well,
spoilers, don't tell
remove
me if
that?
you've seen it. I don't know if the nannies are gonna be absolved by the end of the series, but,
Okay.
I mean, it couldn't be me.
Okay.
I would absolutely never hire a hot nanny.
Okay. And is
Would
that
you?
because you have some like is that because you are worried that Marley would be like tempted by the hot nanny, or you would be like, I don't want to see a hot person all the time?
I just feel like I trust him like, implicitly. I don't
Right.
think he would ever do anything. It's just for me, I think, like, a comfort thing. Although, I don't know, like, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, what is even hot? Like, I don't know.
So there is a nanny that I know who is objectively a very hot person. She's
Okay.
like in her 20s,
Okay.
crazy good body, gorgeous.
Okay.
Was a nanny for a family that we're close with. She and I actually became like good friends. And and wears hot person clothes.
Okay. No.
So so one of our other mom friends was like, "Oh, would you ever like hire her
I
to be
feel
your
like you
nanny?"
would. I feel like you
Well,
would.
so my and like let her be around Tyler, and I was like, "Of course I would hire her to be my nanny." And here's the thing. If my husband, first of all, if my husband got her to just got her, like I'm proud of him. Like
You're
you
impressed.
she was
Like,
into
you
you.
pulled that?
You pulled that? I'm okay with that because I'm like, "Damn, that's good for you."
Okay.
Like, so it's also like my whole thing is I trust my husband so implicitly that it's like if he would have an affair with a hot nanny, like that is so not on me. That's on him.
Right.
That
Right.
I'm like, well, clear, like we're, there's nothing.
I guess I just feel
We're
like you're
just done.
inviting it into your home, which is so different. Like, I know Marley will never cheat on me because he doesn't have time. He doesn't go
Right.
anywhere. He doesn't have time. But
Unless
like,
he's
if
a
I'm
bike shop
inviting a hot
hottie.
person into, well, yeah. But if I invite a hot person into my home, like, now there's the opportunity.
Right.
And obviously I trust him. I don't think that would ever happen, but it's also like, why would I do that?
Yeah. See, I think to me, I'm like, well, it's creating an opportunity. But if you choose to act on that opportunity, again, like that's not my problem, and that I will just very easily divorce you because you're a very weak person. And if it was just opportunity keeping you from it, then
True.
we
Then
were
it would have
never where
happened.
I thought we were.
And it would have happened eventually at some point anyway.
Exactly.
I guess that's a good point. So Marley growing up had a friend that this actually happened with. The dad had an affair with the nanny and they ended up
Stop.
getting married.
Okay, well, see, when that happens, I'm like, well, then they found their person, you know? So
Yeah,
it's like if
no,
my
totally.
husband marries the hot nanny,
I think they're
invite me
actually
to the
like
wedding.
I think they're actually like still together too.
Yeah.
But like of course it destroyed the mother.
Well, of course, of course.
So I don't
But
know.
to me, then again, it's just like, I don't know. I would never, a hot nanny would never be, and I think a hot nanny would make my husband so uncomfortable that he would
Oh,
hide from her.
for sure.
So
It
I'm
would
like,
it would actually be so funny to see them squirm.
yes, like, and I'm going to show you who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I
And
want to
just
see a pic.
imagine her walking in, and you would never see Marley again because he'd be hiding in the room, like, so scared he would say the wrong thing, so scared he would make her uncomfortable.
No,
Like, that's the thing.
that is so real. He would be
Yeah.
constantly worried that he was making her feel uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's why I think, like, if you're worried about having a hot nanny, then you actually are more worried about your husband than you realize.
That's so true. So maybe I need to dig deeper here.
No, because I think the reason you don't want a hot nanny is the reason I wouldn't, which is that I always want to be the hottest person, and I don't need a hot person around me making me feel less hot.
I think that's actually a really good point.
That's what our problem is with hot nannies.
I think you're right. Because as you talk through it more, I'm kind of like, no, I actually think he'd be fine and
Yeah.
I'd be fine. But okay, so what if your kids like her more? So then she's hotter
Than
than
me?
you. She's hotter than you, she's younger than you, and your kids prefer her?
Huh. Well, my first thought was, I'm sure they prefer a lot of people more than me. I mean, yeah, I'd have a problem if they started saying, like, hot mommy as they were talking about her.
Because a lot of times kids do develop like that preference for the nanny.
Oh, totally. But they would do that with, like, a Mary Poppins or, like,
True.
an old woman. You know, it's like, that's all about who they're spending time with too, and who's in those moments. And
And who's
sometimes
the most fun.
and who's the most fun, or who's not yelling at them to stop slapping their bare butt. Like,
Oh God, so
you
true.
know.
So
Now,
true.
if the hot nanny was a naked hot nanny, again, that would be a very different story.
Then we have a real problem.
Then we've got a real problem. Okay, yesterday I had a doctor's appointment because I am a geriatric pregnant person of advanced maternal age.
Yeah.
Now, you never hit that, did you?
No, I just barely
That's
missed
crazy.
it. Just missed it by a year.
That's crazy.
I know.
I gave birth as a geriatric person with my daughter, and this time I'm full-blown geriatric. But I went to the doctor yesterday, and I have a little bit of a soapbox rant, which I would like to go on, which is that Teslas are the most annoying cars as somebody not driving a Tesla. They don't have keys.
No, they don't.
What?
But why does that bother you if you're not the one driving it?
Because I was stuck in a valet line behind somebody driving a Tesla who couldn't get.
How does that even work?
Well, you're supposed to have like a key card that you keep in your wallet or something, but your phone unlocks it. So she had to like give her phone to the valet so that they could move the car.
That seems like a really stupid blind spot.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
They're
Teslas
so
are
dumb.
They're insufferable.
Now, in San Francisco, because in LA, there are so many Teslas that have bumper stickers that are like, I bought this before Elon became Elon.
There are a bunch. There are a bunch here too, but you know what? There are a lot of here also.
Oh no,
Cybertrucks.
Oh yeah.
And I'm so sorry, but if you bought a Cybertruck at all, like even before, you're a douchebag.
Okay, rank. Would you be more likely to divorce Marley if he had an affair with a hot nanny or he bought a Cybertruck?
Cybertruck, 100%.
Amen. That says so much more worse things about you.
Oh my God. Like, I look at people that drive Cybertrucks and I'm just like, I know you think you're so cool, but like, you could not be a bigger loser in my mind.
No, I look at it and go, I'm so sorry your dick is so small.
I hate you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It infuriates me.
I would say no shade if you're a listener out there driving a Cybertruck, but
There's
I really
no way.
don't think you are.
There's no way.
I don't think you're out there right now.
If you listen to this podcast and you have a Cybertruck, please show yourselves. Reveal yourself, because we have
What's
questions.
happening?
We have questions.
That's like sometimes I'll say something on my Instagram, like political, and you'll do this too, and you speak far more often about politics than I do, and I'll say something like very casual, and I'll get a bunch of people that unfollow me, and I'm like, oh God, what was I doing that was bringing you here in the first place?
I know.
I can't believe that still happens for you.
Well, it happens for me. Here's why. Is because I talk a lot about things like co-sleeping, breastfeeding, things that are kind of like, that have been kind of like co-opted by the right,
it's a
like
Maha pipeline.
Kind of like Maha pipeline, trad wifey. So sometimes I will get an influx of followers from, a video that goes viral or something that is on one of those topics.
Yeah.
And then I'll have a mass exodus when I say something like ICE shouldn't be tearing children away from their mothers and tear gassing them.
Right.
And then they'll see their way out. But,
right. I recorded a video that I haven't posted about my first trimester Hall of Fame things that like got me through. And one of them was ice for water.
Oh, right.
But I just was like, I started by, and I'm just like, ice. And then I'm like, for water. So I'm like, oh God, that's going to be edited. And somebody's going to be like,
the frozen kind.
Against me.
I know. Or it's going to just get completely blocked by Meta because you're just using the word ice.
Oh my God, so
you're going to be shadow banned.
Oh, great. Okay. At my doctor's appointment, though, also something happened that I'm very interested on your take on and very interested on the listeners' take on. So I'm sitting in the office, and mind you, again, I live in LA, and the office that I'm in has doctors that have a ton of celebrity clients. It's not like I had a celebrity doula client. Her doctor was in there. I've seen celebrities in there. Like, that's just the office. And I'm sitting there, and one of the people from the front desk comes in, and she's like, oh, I wanted to show you the like delivery agreement that you can sign. And it basically is a $3,500, so $3,500 fee to pay to guarantee that your actual doctor will be at your delivery. So it's like a concierge fee to guarantee. Because as we know, depending on when you give birth, your doctor might not
my
be
doctor
there.
wasn't there for any of my births.
Yeah. And as a doula, I'm like, well, low-key, your doctor couldn't matter less at your birth. And I've had, like, it's more rare to have your doctor there.
Right.
I was obsessed with my doctor with my daughter, and I had the resident delivered my daughter because it was so fast.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I don't need that at all. And the woman who had the paper was like, yeah, I think it's so crazy, like, that we do this.
That's actually insane. But so how do they guarantee that? Like,
well, because at the same time, it's like, well, you can't actually guarantee it. You're not God. And if you're performing an emergency, I guess they're just hoping that if the doctor's performing an emergency C-section and you come in, that
they'll be done in time.
They'll be done in time. Or
do these doctors never take days off or vacations?
Well, it would be that if you went in like around your due date, they wouldn't take a vacation. Or if you were in and they were on a day off, they would have to come in because you paid the fee.
So who pockets that fee? The doctor?
The office and the doctor, I guess.
That's insane.
I know, and I was just thinking about first-time moms where you don't know that your doctor actually doesn't matter and how likely
and you're so anxious and you probably really like your doctor.
Right, and you think your doctor is going to be there the whole time when in reality, we know when you give birth, your doctor just shows up at the very end.
Right. No, I mean, for my first, we all know my second, there was no doctor present. But for my first, we loved our doctor. We were so obsessed with her. We had such like a great rapport with her. She's like a friend. And I labored for 8-10 hours in the hospital, and she didn't show up until 3 hours after he was born. And she came in and like gave me a kiss and said he looks great, and she was back on her merry way. And I was like, okay, cool. And I don't think my birth would have gone any differently if it had been her. But at the time, I loved her and I was disappointed that she wasn't there.
Yeah. No, I do. I will say this. I think it's insane and it's so much money. And I can see why, one, like celebrities would want to do it.
Sure, that's nothing to them.
That's nothing to them. And I could see how for other parents, that would be a great, again, for like more first-time parents, or maybe if you had a really complicated previous delivery or something, how that would be something you would want to do. But I had never actually seen, I'd heard about one other doctor doing this. I'd never actually seen it happen. And I was very surprised to be handed it. And then I was also surprised that the woman was like, yeah, I think this is crazy too.
It's also just crazy because it shows that it can be done. For them to to schedule, like, it's actually not impossible, I guess, for your doctor to be available for you.
Right.
You just have to pay a shit ton of money for it, which that feels gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I know. I really am. I went in 2 weeks before and the nurse was like, oh, the doctor's not available. And I was like, that's fine. I literally have nothing to say to him anyways.
Right.
And then I talked to him this time and he was like, so what's new? And I said, nothing. And he said, okay. And then I like walked out. I was like, deuces, see you when I see ya. Because I'm just like, I think that's also a real third time. But it also made me think, like, because I got in the car and I immediately called my doula because that was who I wanted to talk to, because I wanted to have like a friendly conversation about it. And I wasn't going to have that with my doctor.
No. Well,
I almost called you, but then I was like, I've got to give Rachel some space. Because after the last appointment, I came home and my husband was like, is Rachel the first person you call or text after these appointments? Because he had seen me texting you and I was like, well, not after this one. I was like, I called one other person first.
You can definitely call me first every time.
You know, I absolutely will.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Oh, and one other thing.
What?
And then we can move on. Okay. So you know how we had Ping Girl Summer, which didn't go well for you, but we won't jump into that. Okay. But you know what?
What?
I think you're getting a lot of latent pings. I think you laid the ping groundwork and things are starting to happen because you have a new best friend.
A very close personal friend.
A very close personal friend. Do we want to say who it is?
Sure.
Will you say who it is?
Oh. Are we both talking about the same person?
Should we say it on the count of three? Let's count to three.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Kristen.
No, oh my God.
I thought we were going to say it after 3.
Well, yeah, but then there was a pause. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Kristen Doty. We are saying it at the same time.
Okay, maybe it's just a delay because I'm getting to before you even start.
Oh, no. For me, we're saying it at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Maybe your internet is slow.
Okay. I'm like, what pause do you need? Like, just go right after. Okay, anyways, it's Kristen Doty
Of Vanderpump Rules.
of Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah, she like shouted me out and trashed my arch nemesis all in the same breath. And
I mean,
honestly, I
that's
don't
a
need anything
dream.
else.
Well, I will say the first time so she has a baby. This is Kristen Doty from Vanderpump Rules. She had a baby and she posted something of like, my baby's not living the snoo anymore. We don't want to do cry it out. We want to get her in the crib. Who would you recommend? And then she shared the results and she was like, the top answers are, hey, sleepy baby and taking care of babies.
Mm-hmm.
And I messaged Rachel and I was like, the fact that you two are listed there together is diabolical.
It's insane.
Like,
But-
could not be more opposite.
So then a few hours later, she messaged me privately and she was like, hey, I would love to chat. To be honest with you, like just between us and I guess our podcast listeners.
Well, it's not just between you because then she shared it.
She then
on
did
the
share.
story.
She shared it publicly. She said, after I shared that other account, I got tons of messages telling me if I truly didn't want like a crying approach, that wasn't the way to go because it's just like all disguised and hidden crying. And so then I like launched into my whole thing. I was like, yeah, that person is actually who I used as a first time mom. And it was like super traumatizing. And that's why I got into this line of work in the first place. I sent her like my crib guide and talked her through some stuff. And she posted an update this morning that her baby slept for 9 hours.
Stop! I didn't see that. Did she tag you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Because the best part is, so then she does this whole other story where she's speaking to camera and she's like, hey guys, just wanted to let you know that I'm going to move forward with Rachel and I'm super excited. And a lot of other people told me afterwards that like that other account is not it. And then Rachel and I, of course, we were texting at the same time.
Yeah.
Rachel was like, oh my God, well, what if it like fails?
I know. I was actually scared. I was like, I actually don't want, she has over 1 million followers. I was like, if she doesn't like my course or like if it doesn't work for her in a way that she's expecting, like what if she blasts it? Not that she would. She seems very sweet. She would probably just say nothing.
Sweet.
But I got very self-conscious all of a sudden. But then she posted that update today and I was like, oh, thank God. Which, by the way, that has nothing to do with me or my guide. Like that was just a complete lucky fluke that her baby slept through, through the night. But thank God. It makes me look incredible. That's like my best success story yet.
That's amazing. And she seemed so sweet and
she is
friendly
so sweet
and down to earth.
So she couldn't be more normal or sweet.
Yeah.
And I'm just really excited for our new friendship.
Oh yeah, I do. Okay. So that's what I mean. I feel like that's a later ping coming to you.
For sure.
But something I'm working on now is somebody I had seen somewhere, maybe we talked about this, or maybe it was something else where it was like writing in your notes app, like little things that happen throughout your day that feel special or feel like it's just beyond, like there's something more happening to it. Like it's, there's something more at play. So I had 2 experiences recently that were so aggressively like the universe is watching out for me. So I drove down to San Diego to help my mom after she had hip surgery. And before I left, there was an atmospheric river that was going to hit LA. This is big news, guys. LA doesn't do weather. Our infrastructure is not built for weather.
When I visited a few months ago, it was raining and it was just like a light, normal rain. There was
summertime.
Nobody. There was no one outside. There were no cars driving. There were no people walking. I was like, it's deserted. LA is completely deserted. This is insane.
Rachel was in town for an event that we were doing, and it was a summertime drizzle. So mind you, it was still like 80 degrees. We were wearing like strapless spaghetti strap dresses.
You barely needed an umbrella.
Barely need an umbrella. We're driving over the hill, and I said to Rachel, no one's coming tonight. Like, people in LA do not come out in the rain.
And you were right. It was quite a low turn. It was quite a low turnout.
And it was the rain. I'm telling you. So
for sure.
My windshield wiper had been broken, and I was like, oh, Tyler, we need to replace this before I go, because if I'm going to be driving down to San Diego and it's raining, I need good windshield wipers. So we bought windshield wipers off of Amazon. Maybe that was the first problem. Whatever. My husband installs them. And I know I had just said he was handy, but he says to me, on the box it says you're supposed to hear a click, and I didn't hear a click, but I bet you're fine. And I was like,
I don't love that.
Okay. And I was like, well, did you try them? And he was like, yeah, I did them and it was working. So I'm driving back home. It is like 6 a.m. because I left early. It is a deluge. It is pouring rain. I'm in the fast lane. I'm in the carpool lane. There was nobody else in my car, but I had my sonogram because I was ready to fight somebody if they said I wasn't allowed to be in the carpool lane. It was a whole thing.
So you brought your sonogram to prove that you were more than just one person.
Correct. Correct. I did. And I had
Genius.
a whole argument ready. You know what's fascinating? The only states that allow you to do that, consider that, are the states with like basically no abortion.
Yeah, of course.
I know. So then it was like a whole thing. And then I was like, well, you know what, California, I appreciate you not considering this fetus as a person for that.
For some reasons.
For some reasons. However, for my personal reasons of wanting to be in the carpool lane, I disagree. Regardless, wouldn't you know, my windshield wiper breaks.
Of course.
It turns sideways and stops working. I'm in the fast lane. It is terrifying. I'm crying because I'm like, I'm going to die or I'm going to have to like pull over and wait for it to stop raining. But it was supposed to rain all day. I look over and where I am is called Auto Row. I get all the way over. All it is car dealerships and like service areas. So I was like, oh my God, what, like, I could have been pulled over somewhere where there was nothing nearby, or I would have to like drive around looking for something. Right off the freeway, like 30 different car dealerships.
Wow.
So I just pulled into a service section crying and I said, my windshield wiper's not working. And he was like, okay. And I was like, it just needs to click. And this was the guy working at like the counter. Like it wasn't even a service person. Anyways,
so
he got it to work.
Calm down.
Yeah, he got it to work, but I was like, whoa, that was a major universe looking out for me moment because of where it happened.
Right. What are the
Like,
odds?
that is crazy.
That is crazy.
And then the second one was when I was at my doctor's office yesterday. I got there early, of course. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to pull to the side and record some content because the lighting in a car is best for two things. One, recording content. Two, finding stray hairs on your face that you need to pluck that you can't see in normal lighting.
Oh.
Have you never noticed that?
Well, I shave my face.
Okay, if I shave my face, Rachel, imagine what happens to your legs when you shave your legs.
That's what everybody says, but it doesn't grow back thicker at all, I promise.
Are you a hairy
or
girl?
Darker? No, I'm not.
There you go.
It's just like
a full beard, Rachel.
No, it's just like the peach fuzz. I like get it with what's it called? Dermaplaning.
A raise. Yeah. No, Rachel, I know what you're talking about. And I'm telling you, picture your legs and then picture that on my face. And that would be what happened if I tried to shave my face.
No, you should just try it.
Absolutely not, Rachel. I'm telling you, I know what would happen.
It makes your face so smooth.
Okay, well, listen, that is the bottom of the list of the physical problems I have going on right now. Okay. There's a lot of other stuff we're working through here.
Every time I do it, I think of Caroline Manzo.
Yeah, shaving her face. She was the original.
She was the OG.
Okay, well then for people that don't shave their faces, if you are a person who, because I saw somewhere on Instagram too that it was like women are all just fighting against that one hair that's like coming on their face somewhere that's like wiry and no other hair is.
I've never had that. But you're saying your point is in the car is the best place to find that hair.
Rachel. I'm so upset right now. I don't think you understand what my life is like.
Are you crying?
I'm crying. I'm not meaning to cry, but I'm crying. Rachel, you don't know how lucky you are.
Really?
Yes. This cannot be just a me experience.
No, it's definitely not. I've heard
you're
of
just like
a wiry chin hair.
You're a hairless, sweatless wonder.
But here's the thing. It's not all it's cracked up to be because I've always had very fine hair, like on my head.
Woe is me. Your hair on the top of your head is fine. Okay.
Very thin hair. And it's always been like one of my biggest insecurities. Like, I wish I was hairier.
Okay, but Rachel,
you have
hairy
gorgeous
body
hair.
Does not equate to hairy head. It just means...
does. I mean, if you have hair, if you have a lot of hair on top, you've got to have a lot of hair everywhere, no?
Maybe, but just because you have a lot of hair everywhere doesn't mean you have a lot of hair on top. Or on top of where you want it to be.
True. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Rachel,
I'm so sorry I upset you.
No, it's okay. So just to recap, you are hairless, you don't sweat, and your wrists are so delicate and tiny that you can't wear bangles. This is something if you guys, I don't know if we talked about this or this was
These
just
are
for the.
all bad things.
Those are bad? In what world are they bad?
Because you're supposed to sweat to be healthy.
Oh my God.
And I wish I had more hair.
And you wish
I
you had
wish I could
fatter
wear
wrists?
a bangle. I wish I could wear an off the rack bangle.
Listen. We all have our crosses to bear, and yours.
And those are mine.
Those are yours. Okay, but you know what? That just means we really are like two halves of a best friend's necklace coming together because your
true.
crosses to bear are my crosses to bear, but on the opposite side.
It's so
I'm
true.
hairy, I'm sweaty, and I do not have delicate appendages in any sense of the word. Like, my fingers are sausages stuffed into a bigger sausage.
That is not true.
I mean, look at my hand. That's exactly true. And
You're
I'm in
also-
horrible lighting right now.
You're pregnant also.
Oh my God.
Let's
I don't
move
even
on.
know what I was talking about.
Let's move on. Okay. It is Thanksgiving this week. Are you guys traveling?
No, we're staying here. I was actually going to host Thanksgiving for the first time ever. And I'm curious how many people now are at the stage, if they live near their parents, where the baton has been passed from
Right.
the boomers to the millennials.
Right.
So this was going to be my first year hosting. I had cookbooks. I was getting recipes. I'm down in San Diego. My mom comes out of her surgery, hopped up on all kinds of pain meds. And she looks at me and she goes, I think we should just go to the country club for Thanksgiving. And I was like, this is what you're thinking about? You have a new hip. All you were thinking about was like, I can't eat Thanksgiving at Caitlin's house. We have to go somewhere else.
So is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, that's absolutely what we're going to do. I was like,
Right.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Like, I don't have to cook. I don't have to clean. My children can run around outside.
Amazing.
I don't really have a space that is set up well for hosting a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then having like my kids and my nephew, it just would be very hectic and chaotic. So it definitely worked out for the best. And we're still in this weird thing of like my parents just moved, obviously with the hip surgery, and then figuring out where to go. So what are you doing?
We are going to my mother-in-law's and probably my father-in-law's too, because
okay. They don't go. Yeah. They don't come together.
It's like a four Christmases situation, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we usually do. But we usually alternate going home to Connecticut to be with my family. So if we don't do Thanksgiving, we do Christmas. And this year is a Christmas year. So we're here for Thanksgiving, there for Christmas, traveling.
And will you cook? Are there do you like Thanksgiving food?
This is an unpopular opinion of mine. I fucking love Thanksgiving dinner. I love Thanksgiving food. Really? I feel like nobody likes it. I love turkey. I love gravy. I love the cranberry sauce.
The stuffing.
Stuffing I could eat for days.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. I love it so much. And my mother-in-law and her partner are amazing cooks.
Oh, so it's so
we're
good.
very lucky. Yeah.
And is it a situation where it's like the exact same kind of mashed potatoes every year, the exact same kind of, or is there some?
They always do a really good turkey. They do like a brined turkey. My mother-in-law's partner is Chinese, so he makes this amazing like wild rice sausage stuffing that's like so different than any other stuffing that I've ever had, but it's so good. So yeah, they have like their greatest hits. And then usually I will bring mashed potatoes, some vegetable stuff like that. So I help, but I don't host, which is perfect for me.
I love that.
Yeah.
No, I think Thanksgiving food is so good, and I don't know why people hate on it so much.
No, like my favorite part is the leftovers. I could eat that every single day for weeks and be so happy.
Well, I'm a real, I love a crispy skin on a bird.
Okay.
So I love a crispy turkey skin situation too.
Right. And you can't, that's not a leftover. You need to eat that fresh.
Oh, 1,000%. Oh, no. Yeah. I would not eat that as a leftover.
Right. Okay.
But it just smells so good. I'm very into all of it.
I'm so excited. Now, are you feeling okay in your pregnancy right now to be excited for lots of food? You're not nauseous or anything? Oh, good.
Yes, 100%. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to roll.
Great. Because that's like the perfect spot to be in, is being pregnant but not sick for all of the holiday food. It's so fun.
Exactly. And not so pregnant where you're just like, oh my God, I'm miserable. Exactly. But you're still like cute pregnant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You hit the sweet spot. You really
I think I did, although I'm a little worried about postpartum in the summertime, but I'll figure that out when I'm there.
Yeah, well, in LA, it's very hot, so I do
Yeah, it sounds so
understand that. But
sweaty.
as a person who has 3 fall and winter babies where you're stuck inside with a newborn and it's
Oh,
dark
yeah,
at
like
4,
rain. Yeah, that's
there's
hard.
nothing more depressing and
That's
isolating.
so true.
Yeah, it's horrible. I actually was gonna make a video about that today because I saw this. Anyway,
Yeah, because you're right. I've never had witching hour when it's light outside and I could just go for a walk
exactly.
because I have a fall and a winter too.
Right. I think you're gonna love
Mhm.
it. I think it's
I
gonna
think
be
so
a
too.
whole different experience. It's gonna be so
Okay, I
much
love that.
nicer. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we have some Thanksgiving drama to share with the class. Are you
Great.
ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
And these came from listeners.
These came from our listeners. Okay. This was from a Canadian. So they just had their Thanksgiving,
Oh,
I guess.
sure.
Um she says, "My mother-in-law is great in so many ways, but please tell me I'm not wrong for finding this slightly unhinged. My sister-in-law and I have a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old respectively and have both been trying for baby number 2, her for quite a while longer than me. My mother-in-law knows that we've been trying and struggling for a while. She whines aloud at the family dinner about how she just had to finally put away all the baby stuff that she keeps at her house because it was just making her too sad that there's no baby around yet. She says, am I wrong or is that completely brutal? No, that is fucking demonic.
That is so demonic. And it makes me think, not that it's any of her knowledge, but I feel like her children should be like, Mom, we're like trying to have a baby.
Right. That's a
Like,
situation where it's like your son or your
Needs to
husband needs to stand up to his mom and be like, Mom, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Because I feel like it would be very different. Does she not know that they're trying?
No,
that
it says
having
that
problems?
it says that she knows that they've been trying for a while.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
So fucked up.
Okay, I have my own Thanksgiving drama actually that I would like to bring up. And this happened last year. So every year, the day after Thanksgiving, we go down to stay with my mother-in-law and her partner. And so we're not eating their Thanksgiving food.
Right.
So last year, her partner could not understand that I did not want to eat their Thanksgiving leftovers. And he brought it up multiple times to the point where I finally said, well, first of all, I don't want to eat anyone's leftovers. Second of all, I don't want to eat leftovers of a meal that I wasn't there for the first version of.
Yes. I understand. I understand that.
If I don't know what it was supposed to taste like, I'm not interested in the reheated version of it.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Isn't that? And I was like, is my brain broken? Because I thought it was
no,
so
and I think
weird.
it's different that it's. So I would eat leftovers like at my parents' house.
Oh, 1,000%.
Whether I was there for the meal or not.
Yes.
Because I know they're cooking. Like it's just,
exactly.
it's my home that I grew up in. That's totally different.
Yes.
I don't know that I would do that with any other.
Exactly.
Home.
Exactly. And he was like, it's so good. And I said, okay.
Great. Yeah.
Like, I will not find out. Because there was just something about it. And then it happened so often and it was becoming like a big thing where I finally had to say, I'm never going to eat these leftovers. So
the fact that they were pressuring you beyond just like an initial offering is also very
multiple
weird.
times. Because he was like, what do you mean you guys want to go out for dinner? We have a fridge full of leftovers.
Oh, but isn't that just like a classic boomer thing to say anyway?
But
we have
again,
food at home. Why would we go out?
It would be different if I had been there for it.
Right.
It was just
no,
so
that's
that was
weird.
Mine.
That's weird. Okay. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. My brother-in-law, so my husband's brother, cheated on his wife with a Craigslist sex solicitor and keeps making sexual advances towards their housekeeper. He recently went to rehab for sex addiction. Sounds like a good idea. But he's coming to Thanksgiving this year with a new girlfriend, another Craigslist hookup. I have no idea how I'm going to control my facial expressions.
Oh my God. Also,
wild.
Sex work is the oldest profession on the planet.
Yeah, no
support
judgment.
Our sex workers on our Bravo episode. I revealed how quickly I would turn to sex work. There's no judgment.
Don't count it out now. We're still young.
So true. The Craigslist of it all, though, I'm like, if it was from like a nicer service or a nicer app, but like Craigslist,
it feels very seedy, doesn't it?
That's where it feels very seedy.
Yeah. I just can't imagine. Like
But I
Yeah.
low-key, that's the kind of Thanksgiving drama, though, where I would be like, I can't wait to go
Oh,
to
same.
Thanksgiving.
No, same.
Like, I
I'd be
cannot
so
wait to
excited.
see what's happening.
I'd be so excited.
Like, that's a dream come true.
Truly. I mean, all of these are a dream come
Yeah.
true to me. I love drama no matter what.
Well, it's
Okay.
like, it's like Marie Kondo, that meme, that Sparks Joy, where she was all about throwing stuff out, and she's a meme where she's just like, I love mess.
I love mess.
I love mess.
Okay, the next one. This one's just funny. My mom tweaked my aunt's gravy recipe, and my aunt flew into such a fit of rage that she threw her wine glass across the room, just missing her newly married husband. Safe to say, my mom and aunt don't talk anymore, and she is divorced.
Oh my God. I love it.
This is another wine-related one. Oh, I would burn the house down. My father-in-law stuck his finger in his wine and then into my 14-month-old's mouth for a taste. I would lose my fucking mind.
Well, here's the thing. Did the baby sleep great that night? Because, it's like the old wives' tale of like, if the baby's teething, just rub a little whiskey on their gums.
Right. I guess it is a tale as old as time, isn't it?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
that would be so. I feel like that's a situation too where it's so shocking that you can't even get that upset. You would just have to be like, please don't do that.
Right. I mean, yeah.
That is-
Also, I'm sorry, but the finger in the mouth alone,
Yeah, 100%.
that alone is enough for me.
It's like, no,
Whether
let them
it has
try
wine
the
on it or
Sauvignon
not.
Blanc. That's
Yeah, no,
fine, but
but
give it to her in a cup.
Let her
Not
drink
off
it out
your
of a
dirty finger.
glass. Let her drink it out of the glass. Like,
She's cultured.
what are we doing? Okay, another one. Most of my immediate family is MAGA. Literally at 11 a.m. the morning after the election, I was sobbing watching it. My sister-in-law texted me saying she needed pictures for my mom's annual calendar that she makes her. I responded, I'm going to need a few days. I guess she was upset about the election.
Sure.
Get it, girl. To which she responded that she would just go to my social media and take what pictures she wanted.
Oh boy.
I responded that if she couldn't wait a few days and our family wouldn't be in the and our family wouldn't be in the calendar this year, then I was at peace with that, and I removed her from my social media. Admittedly, I was very upset.
Wait, this is her sister.
This is her sister-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Admittedly, I was very upset, but also could you not wait just a 24-hour period, respecting me needing a few days, or just not announce that you would take my photos without consent. Okay, I'm getting lost here. She said, I've always been very supportive of her, planned her bachelorette party, checked in on her constantly when she was postpartum, took maternity photos for her. At this point, we haven't spoken for a year. Other than at a few family events. On one hand, I'm sad and miss her. On the other hand, I don't like that she treats me this way. My brother is a lost cause and down the Trump rabbit hole. So no one is on, and along with my parents, so no one is really on my side on this one or even understands my point of view.
Here's the thing. I very much understood it. I think removing her from your socials was something you wouldn't do not the day after the election. Do you know what I mean? Like that was clearly an emotional, and I think it was maybe there's some things where it's like you don't realize it's like a line in the sand. And I think that's one of those things.
Right. And while I get it, because I was also very distraught for days, like people that were happy about the election are not going to understand that.
Right. 1,000%.
So I don't know. This is a tough one.
To me, it feels more like you guys just don't have a lot in common anyways. And it would probably be very hard to be close, especially if your brother is so MAGA because she's around that.
Right.
That it feels like there probably was some distance needed anyways.
True.
But I do think she should add her sister-in-law back on her socials.
Yeah, I think so too. Life is short.
Yeah.
Okay, last one.
Yeah.
My sister's ex-boyfriend 100% intentionally food poisoned me on Thanksgiving once. We openly hated each other. He was an absolute dick, and I was the only one that would call him out. I flew into New York from California for Thanksgiving at my sister's house, and he very weirdly offered to get me a plate of food. I
Ooh.
accepted his offer because my mom was constantly saying I needed to give him a chance for the sake of my sister. Well, I'm the only person from Thanksgiving of 10 people that got severely food poisoned. I was shitting my brains out on a plane flying back to California the next morning. So bad that I nearly blocked out in the airport and literally crawled to a Hudson News to find Pepto-Bismol to take. Barely made it back alive and lost 7 pounds in a day. What? Well,
What? Yeah, there's pros and there's cons.
it's it's hilarious now, is it? But this is for
Yeah.
sure. This is for sure my Thanksgiving villain story. That's insane.
Wait, how do you? So is she thinking he like sprinkled like what is it, Ipecac or whatever? That makes you vomit.
What's
Like, how
that?
do you get? That's it's in like emergency kits. It's a liquid that like immediate. So for kids, if your kid eats something or something that
Oh,
could be like poisonous, you give them
oh,
Ipecac or however you pronounce it, and it like immediately makes them throw up.
oh my gosh! I don't know.
But how would you give somebody diarrhea?
Well, that's the thing. She's saying there's no way that I would get sick and nobody else was because we all ate the same things. I mean, unless I guess she like caught something on her way, like
Right, but
caught a
how
bug on the plane.
would he like sprinkle something in her food? Like,
I
how
don't
would
know.
he do
I don't
that?
know. I don't know as much about poisons
Wow.
as apparently you do.
Well, I was poisoned by my own hand with zinc. So,
Exactly.
it's a world I'm very comfortable in.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I don't know. But that's pretty
Whoa.
bad. I'm glad he's an
That's
ex and
pretty
no
bad.
longer in your life because that sounds like a fucking psychopath.
Yeah. But I'm glad she's laughing about it now.
I guess.
I guess. Although an airport is not where you want that to happen. I was so
Oh,
violently
I can't
hungover
imagine.
once in an airport and I had to throw up in the airplane bathroom. And I was like, I'm going to open the doors right now and throw myself out. This
I
is the
can't
worst
imagine
thing that's
anything
ever
worse.
happened to
I
me.
can't imagine
Ever.
I can't imagine anything
Can
worse.
you imagine your
Honestly.
face that close to an airplane toilet?
No. I was very, very sick on an airplane once. I was coming back from Kenya.
Oh, I thought you were going
And
to say from our event in San Diego, which you also were.
no, oh, that too. That too. But I was done throwing up by that point at least.
Yeah.
No, but I was coming back from Kenya and I had meningitis and didn't know. But I just knew that I was like so sick. I felt like I was going to die on that plane.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And I landed and had to go straight to the emergency room. It was insane. But it was a 15-hour flight. And it was
Okay.
like, I couldn't move. I couldn't open my eyes. It was.
No, meningitis is so dangerous.
I know. It was really bad.
Also,
Anyway.
you just very casually dropped you were coming back from Kenya?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
After the year I graduated college, I went to Kenya with my best friend from college, and we did like a 6-week volunteer at an
God.
orphanage.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It was really, really cool.
I had more follow-up questions about you shaving your face than about you volunteering at an orphanage in Kenya, and I don't know what that says about me or that we've been recording for so long. But I would love to ask you more questions about that at a later date.
Sure.
Because that sounds
great.
amazing.
Beautiful country.
Oh,
Wonderful
I'm
people.
sure.
Yeah, it was great.
Didn't we have somebody reviewing us from the back of a pickup truck in Kenya? Or that was maybe Uganda?
We did. No, it was
Yeah.
Kenya. I think she said she was in Nairobi.
Also, shout out, guys, we are #1 on the charts in personal journals in Serbia. So I would just like to shout out our Serbian listener.
We love you so much, Serbia.
We love you. And I wish we knew how to say hello in Serbian.
We should have looked this
whatever
up.
the national language of Serbia is. But imagine we are saying it to you.
We love you so much.
We love you so much. We don't know what is going on in Serbia, but we're glad that we're there for you. And we love you.
On that note, thank you all so much for listening. We really do love you. And
this is going to be quite the YouTube ep because I actually know what story I'm going to cut out when I edit, and it's going to be so good for YouTube.
Oh, I can't wait. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be so good.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, YouTubers, you guys really get the best of us. And
you really do. All 15 of you.
All 15 of you. Please follow the pod, subscribe, rate, review.
And
Thanks
we are so thankful for you guys.
We really are. And we hope everybody has a very safe and drama-filled Thanksgiving.
Yes. Amen.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so good. Which story